Hi, welcome to my video about AT&T. As you can see, well, maybe you can't see, but if you look down there, you can see a lot of cars, big freeway, hundreds of cars. Yes, sir. And on that side too. I live in Arlington, Texas. It's a population of around 400,000 people, I believe. And recently got an iPhone. Was excited about the prospect of being able to get online and get on Facebook and stuff like that when I was out and about. Several days after I got my iPhone, I noticed that I couldn't use it at the dog park. I could make some phone calls, but most of the time they get dropped. But if I try to watch a YouTube video or get on Pandora or anything that requires getting online, I'm unable. I'm about 2 miles from the dog park right now, and I'll tell you more about that later, but just enjoy the ride, and I'll give a little background on the story. I was at the dog park and was not able to get online, so I called customer service. This was like several days after I got the iPhone. And they acted like they were really concerned and said, well, we're going to send a signal out and do all this and blah, 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 and we'll get back to you. And, you know, so I waited for them to get back to me, and they never got back to me. And I did this repeatedly for, I don't know, at least 10 times, calling AT&T, telling them about the situation. Probably one of the next or 2 or 3 times before the last time that I talked to them, which was today, they said, well, the location that you're at, you seem to be in a hole there, so, you know, blah, blah, blah. But they still acted like they were, you know, they cared, and they were going to do something about it. And then I called again a couple of days ago. This is like going on, you know, for weeks and weeks, you know, and them acting like they really cared. So today, let me back up a little bit. About last week, it was last week, you know, I got a hold of somebody from AT&T, and they said they were going to send people out to this location and blah, 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 blah. Well, they never called back like they said they were going to. They said they were going to call back on the 14th, and they never called back. So finally, you know, I got a hold of somebody today, and they basically told me the same thing that they told me from the very beginning. Oh, well, you know, there's a hole there. Yeah, you live this big, you know, 97% of Americans have coverage, but, oh, not Doug Warner living in Arlington, Texas. You know, 400,000 people right between Dallas and Fort Worth. And he pretty much said that, you know, I should go somewhere else. If I want to get online, you know, forget about getting on the line at the dog park. Well, okay. I have 2 dogs, and I like to go to the dog park. That's where I spend 2 or 3 hours a day. That's what I do. And I think that I should be able to take my iPhone there and sit down at the park bench and get on YouTube or listen to Pandora. That was my favorite thing, was you know, getting the chance to be able to listen to music. But now I have to like download it on my iPod and take up a bunch of space. That lessens the amount of apps that I can have on the phone. But basically, the last person I talked to today was some manager or technician manager, and he basically said, well, you know, you're just screwed. You're going to have to fulfill your contract. There's no getting out of it. You're just going to have to go somewhere else if you want to get online. So I'm making this video, and I hope that it gets around, because, you know, I don't think, you know, my cell phone bill is $130 a month. You know, oh, and by the way, we're almost at the dog park right here. We have a big airport right there. Big city airport. Wide open spaces. They say that they have towers around here somewhere. I haven't seen them. See the airport? We're coming up on the dog park, okay? Coming up on it. Coming up on it. It's right there across the street. There is the animal shelter, and the dog park is right behind there. And then there is the Arlington Public Library. Okay? Watch this. This is where I live. I'm going to turn on this street. You're going to see how close that this dog park is to my residence. This is basically like them telling me, oh, well, you can use your phone, you can get online, but you can't get online across the street from where you live. Well, folks, you're fixing to see where I live. You saw where the dog park is located. Now you're fixing to see where I live. I live right here. Anyway, I just took my daughter to work. This is my routine nearly every day. Pulling into the driveway. This is home. Gonna get the dogs ready to go to the dog park. And I'll be right back with you. Thanks. Hi, I'm back. Got the dogs all loaded up. Ready to go to the dog park. I get online at home pretty good, but I guess it's because I have their super duper Wi-Fi ability there. But can I go across the street and have phone service? Oh no. God forbid. God forbid you be able to go across the street and use your phone that you pay $130 a month for. Anyway, sometimes I can walk there and get there faster than driving, but you'll see that it's pretty dang close to my house. Shall we go dog park? Yep, that's where we go every day. Of course, you know, that's not important to ATT that, you know, I don't have the finances to fly all over the United States looking for a dog park where I can get on my iPhone and use my iPhone. As long as they're getting their $130 a month from me. Anyway, it's right up here, folks. Just right here. Right here. Fixing to turn in right now. That's a long way from my house. Way out here in the boondocks where you're not be able to get a signal. So we got Arlington Animal Shelter there. And over to the right we have the Arlington Library. They say, well, you in a hole, where you at? There must be some big obstruction being able to keep you from getting online. It's in your contract that you're not going to be able to get on, use the phone everywhere you go. especially the dog park. Well, you know, it's where I want to use my iPhone. This is where I spend a big chunk of my day because I have children, also known as dogs, and this is the only dog park in Arlington, Texas. But y'all see that big obstruction they're talking about? Why I can't use my iPhone, because there must be some big obstruction that they probably never even actually checked out. Anyway, let me get unloaded and with the dogs, and I'll be right back. Let's see, Arlington City Library right there, and Animal Services right there. Right between the two, back behind those trees, we have the Arlington Municipal Airport. And turn around here in Arlington Dog Park. It's not important that we get a signal to the Arlington Dog Park. So anyway, this is supposed to be this big hole that I'm in. Like they say, it's like the only place in the world where they can't get a signal to me. Quite irritating. Oh wait, I think I see that big obstruction they were talking about that's in the way of the signal. There it is. There it is. So anyway, ready to settle down. Here's my chair. Here's my neat little speakers that I can hook up to my iPhone, and you know, if I could get a signal out here, I could listen to Pandora or YouTube videos, but the only thing I can do with it is listen to my iPod. They tried to tell me on the phone, oh yeah, you must be sitting out in the woods or something, so you can't get a signal. I was like, no, I'm just right out here in the middle of an open field. This is where I sit every day. And so the last guy I talked to, his name was Kevin Smith, and he basically just said, for the most part, you signed a contract. We don't care. We're going to get your $130 a month. You just need to find someplace else to hang out and use your iPhone. And I asked for a superior's phone number, and he's like, well, you've done reached the end of the line here. There ain't no use you calling nobody else or trying to do anything. So thus, I'll keep coming out here every day and listen to my iPod, but it sure would have been nice to be able to come out here and check my email, send attachments to my text, or listen to Pandora. But anyway, thanks for taking time to view my video, and I hope that you'll share it and that the word will get out about how AT&T doesn't give a flying RA about their customers, but they're more than glad to take their money for nothing. Thank you. Have a nice day.